The Black Mike Podcast. The Black Mike Podcast is a podcast in Mpumalanga Delmas that aims to entertain and also inform its listeners. It was an idea that was founded by three amazing, beautiful souls. So yeah, that's the Black Mike Podcast. It was an idea that popped up out of three amazing people. So we had an idea, we saw a gap in our township. So we thought, let us fill it up by information and also entertaining the listeners. So that's the Black Mic for you. And that what inspired it was that. So the people involved behind the Black Mic podcast, we have Talves Mazive, Noxolomia, and Ayabulela Ngolomi. So yeah, those are the people who founded the show. So it was an idea that popped up again. So funny enough, when we engaged, so we found that we had the same interests and we saw the same need. So we brought our hands together and we worked towards a common goal. That's what led towards the Black Mic podcast. So yeah, those are the three amazing people: Talves Mazive, Noxolomia, and Ayabulela. So how we come up with ideas for the show is quite interesting, right? So we just chill, we have some sort of meeting, Yana, and then we engage on certain topics that are happening on our, it may be our township, country, or the world at large. So we just spitball back and forth. And then from there on, we just pick certain topics from whatever that we're talking about. Let's say we don't have a guest on that particular episode. So we'll take those questions or those topics and then discuss that. And then whereas when we have a guest, that's a different story now, since we are a Black Mic that is open to discussing anything, as long as it is informing and entertaining as well. So we just prepare based on that, depending on the guest. So we have two different methods of preparing. So the first one is spitballing and conversing about ideas. Then the other one is preparing on the guest's needs. So yeah, that's that. That's quite an interesting question. Obviously, we would like to succeed in what we do. But overall, in 5 years, we would like to create, be the pioneers, right, of the next Talves Mazive, the next Noxolomia, the next Ayabulela from our township, right? And then how do we do that? We do that by the growth and by the progress that we make as the people who are currently doing it right now. So where do we see ourselves in 5 years? We see ourselves pushing it, succeeding in it. And then how do we count the success that we have accumulated by inspiring more people to start what we have started, because it wasn't easy, but here we are pushing. Wow, that's such an amazing and deep question. So how do we keep ourselves different from other podcasts? I think from the production and from the ideas that are being shared in the show, the identity that comes with the Black Mic is what sets us apart, right? Because you'd find that with other podcasts, they tend to do things differently. We tried not to go the mainstream route as to how things are done. So we are trying to take and manufacture our own way for the people that are coming and for the people that are already in the business. We hope to be the game changers. So yeah, that's the Black Mic for you. Just comes to identity and knowing what we want and what we are striving for is to entertain and also to inform our listeners and viewers. So yeah. So we have since I did mention that we have Talves, Noxolo and I. So you have Talves. He's like the comedic genius of the show. I don't know if genius is the term, but he's the jokester of the show. He's the one who's always cracking jokes. He's the one who's always lightening the mood, and he's also our producer, right? And then we have Noxolomia. Noxolomia is the loudest in studio, right? She is the loudest. When she's here and when she's not here, we know that Noxolo is missing. So she is loud. She keeps everyone together, and she knows how to calm everyone, right? She has this calming thing about it. I know in as much as she may be loud, but she can also calm everyone down, since we can also get and be frustrated when it comes to the shoot and all of. And then you have me, right? I'm the most composed out of all of them. I would like to think. So yeah, I'm also the jokes. I think I have a bit of both. Bit of both. I have a bit of Talves and then I have a bit of not all of me. I'm a bit loud when I have to, and then I'm also a jokester here and there. But I think I'm like the most serious out of all the three. So yeah, that's the crew. Since the idea came, it was funding. I think funding is one of the main programs for any starting business, right? Anything that also requires equipment, requires all of that. It has always been funding. So I think it was that. But since it was an idea that we all had, it kind of made things quite easy for us since we brought our heads together. So yeah, I would say funding. And then the toughest decision was to sacrifice some things, right? Things that you were used to doing. And then it's just a matter of sacrificing those things for the good of the Black Mic podcast. So yeah, sacrificing. It's how people receive information, right? Because a lot of information is given out on a daily basis, and then we are also information givers. And then we have people that are listening to us, we have consumers. And then what we would like to change is their perspective on information. Be open-minded to certain things. Be open-minded to information that is being handed out, that is being given out. Be able to receive that, right? So that's what would change as the Black Mic podcast, the receiving of information. Yes, we are. We are. And in as much as like the Black Mic, the aim is to inform and entertain, we are informative and entertaining in real life. Trust me, we are. So yeah. Since I did mention like Talves is the jokester, not always the loudest out of all of us, and then I'm the most entertaining out of all of them. So yeah, so yeah, we are entertaining. When you meet us on the road, trust me, you will be entertained. That's the Black Mic. We have a lot of things that are currently affecting us, that are currently affecting the country at large, and then one of them is load shedding. Yeah, load shedding is right? It's quite something. So it affects the uploading sometimes or the editing, but we are working on finding a backup for that. So yeah, I think the major problem for us right now would be load shedding. So our government, please. It sounds political, right? It sounds like a slogan of some political dun-dun. But what brought that about was we saw that we, as the people, we saw a need, right, for the people that we are giving information to. So hence the phrase, for the people, by the people, right? So in a world that is being digitalized, we see AI coming in and all of that. We're trying to be as real as we can. So are we robots? No. Wow. For those of you who've been with us since our first episode, we faced a lot of challenges. Like as they say, like for your first episode, for your first podcasting, you'd be horrible. For your first, whatever first that you do, chances of you being horrible will be quite high. So we were really bad on our first episode, but we've improved ever since, because by, I think our first episode, it was snowing by then. So we had a lot of troubles. We had logistical issues. We had problems with equipment. We had problems with the venue. So that affected our sound. It affected, our video quality was decent by then, but it also affected that. But we've grown from that, because clearly you can see it's not that much, but we've grown from the first episode. So yeah, that's our evolution from the first episode to our current episode. We've grown from the sound to the camera quality, and yeah, to the overall things. We've grown. That's quite an interesting one, because I can't point out one exact episode. It's always fun coming in studio and working. However, I think others are more challenging, and then others are more on the humor side, since the aim is to entertain it's to inform and also to entertain as well. So it depends on the criteria of the episode that we're having by then. Maybe it might be general, or we may aim to pass out a certain idea or knowledge, right? So it depends on that. So I can't choose one, but I can definitely tell you that I enjoy quite a lot of the conversations that we have on the Black Mic and off camera as well, because the Black Mic is not just on camera. We try by all means to engage when the camera also goes off. So yeah, I don't have one, but yeah, we're going. There's a possibility that you might be part of us, depending on what we need at that time. All right. So just be on the lookout, man, for anything that might come up. But if you like what we do, you can just reach out to us and then talk to us, and then we will see if we might have something for you. But if we need someone or we need things done, we will put the right information out. But is it possible for you to join us? Yes, it is. I would say I have quite a lot of those, right? Since I did mention that we have our dynamics and we all have our roles. There was this other one we were engaging about the LGBTQ community, right? That was quite an interesting one, and it was off camera, unfortunately, and we did have the one on camera. It's one of anyway, yeah. The conversation was about that, and then you can imagine how controversial the views can be. So that's one of them. And then there's this other one where we were talking about Jesus, right? God at large. Just discussing everyone's belief, because others believe in the universe and others believe in God and all of that. So we're talking about that, which was quite interesting. And what I love about these topics or discussions off camera is that they kind of open our eyes, right? They make you being able to listen to someone's view first before you even make a judgment, right? So it's just that one of my favorite memorable experiences is that the LGBTQ discussion and the God one. So yeah, that's that. I think the less said about that, the better, right? But yeah, we do have a criteria, but that's classified. That's classified information. But yeah, highly classified information. But we do have a criteria that we use. Is it public knowledge? No. Yes, we are. You may have an event and then you need a media for the day. We are your people. You need MCs. You need hosts. We are your people. You have a podcast, you need other podcasters, we are there. You need any help whatsoever, we are there. So yeah, we are also open to the community, man, for any suggestions, for any queries and all of that. So are we open for invitations? Yes, we are. So I wish we could all come to an understanding, right, and understand what we are doing. It's different, right? We are serving to a different audience, right? We may find that the audience that we are catering to is a different audience that you are catering to. So if we could all understand that, I think we would also push and grow way faster as I don't want to say local, but upcoming podcasts, right, in and around our area. And if we could understand and see and understand how to use positive criticism, right? Because there are some things that we are definitely not doing right, and then that we could learn from other podcasts around our place, and then vice versa. So if we could understand that, I think we'd go far as the podcast in and around Dalmas, to be specific. So I think it's like a call out to other podcasts around Dalmas. The Black Mic podcast is calling you guys out. Let us understand that we are in the same business. We are catering to different people. We are working towards a common goal. So let's just share love and nothing else. So the advice we'd give to someone who's interested in what we are doing is that you need to be resilient, first of all. It's not as glitzy and glamorous as we make it to be, and effortless. First, you need to have the talent. You need to love what you're doing, right? You need to have the right people in and around you. The people that are surrounding you have to share the same idea that you have. So you need to have sort of a vision, right? You need to have a vision and a mission on how to achieve what you are looking for. Be passionate about what you do. Don't be afraid of, engaging on any topic that you may have. So have all of that, have the right people around you, be focused, and don't focus on anything that may affect you, right? It may be finances or challenges, whatever they may be. Just understand the aim that you are working towards. So yeah, it's not easy, but yeah, you're going to get there. So whatever that you want to get to, just start. The advice that will give you is just to start.